So we'll have three products available early next year. But yeah.
You haven't identified the platform, but how difficult was it to get freedom to operate licenses?
We are just selling it. We built a system in-house, and that system we own, and we are making it available to everybody else.
It's time. Yeah, time. Micrometer, you're up.
Licensing comes later.
Licensing after sales.
But I hear nothing.
Shut up.
I agree.
Hi, I'm Dan Knights. Hi, I'm Dan Knights. I'm here with Micrometer Genomics, where we do superior microbiome profiling. This is your gut. It is the equivalent of a jungle with literally trillions of bacterial cells, approximately 10 or almost 10 bacterial cells per human cell in your body, around 100 bacterial genes for every human gene, and somewhere around 1,000 bacterial species living in your gut. This is called your microbiome. This is your gut on drugs, specifically antibiotics, but there are many other ways that your gut community can get disrupted. And there's been a lot of amazing research over the last decade into what this means for you when your gut becomes imbalanced. Turns out that an imbalance in your microbiome is linked to every disease on this slide, many of which have been rising to epidemic proportions globally since the invention of antibiotics. This has garnered a lot of attention in the popular press. You've probably read about it. But I want to ask you a question. Raise your hand if you've ever taken a poop. I'm just kidding. So it turns out that all of this research is done by sequencing bacterial DNA from poop. And what many people don't know is that underneath the hood, the methods for measuring this DNA are very inaccurate. So this is a plot of the current best practices. It's a mock bacterial community where the blue bars should all be along that dotted line. And you can see that it's highly inaccurate. On this log scale, some of the species are almost completely dropping out. Now, this becomes a real problem if you're trying to do clinical R&D, because as more and more of the species are almost completely missed, then you could be potentially missing important therapeutic targets. At Micrometer Genomics, we generate the most accurate and rigorous microbiome data. We have a new method that solves the dropout problem, and that's coming out in Nature Biotech soon, which is the top biotech journal in the world. Then we also have IP that allows us to quantify and correct for the residual errors. Why this market? This market is literally growing like this. This is a plot of the publications that mention the word microbiome over the last decade. We also already do this in a local academic market under the direction of Kenny Beckman, one of the founders. The University of Minnesota Genomics Center has generated in the last year around $600,000 of revenue just for microbiome sequencing, just in a local academic market. Of course, our target market is much larger, which is the clinical research market. This market includes basically every major pharmaceutical company, all of whom are putting tens or hundreds of millions of dollars into microbiome research. And in addition, the White House just announced a microbiome initiative and recognized the university for being a leader in that field. So these are our customers. They will send us samples as part of their research studies. We will apply our methods to them, return the data through the cloud, at which point they can interact with it and know that they're getting quality controlled, quality assured, clinical grade data. Our team is Kenny Beckman, who's the director of the Genomics Center. Daryl Gohl is the research lead there, and myself. I'm an assistant professor in computer science and biotechnology at the university. These guys do the wet lab work. I've seen a lot of people try to solve these problems over the last 10 years, and they fixed the dropout problem in 12 months. My lab does precise annotation on the informatics side. We're Micrometer Genomics. We're very excited about this opportunity, and we'd love to talk to you if you're interested in partnering or investing.
Hi. So I'm a little bit familiar with a lot of the microbiome companies in my role at Mayo. And I know that some of those companies that you've listed there live and breathe by the proprietary discovery platforms that they've developed in-house. So have you talked to those groups about their openness to outsourcing at least a portion
Yes.
of that?
Actually, we have been talking with a number of those companies, and I'm on the advisory board for a couple of them. And they do outsource their data generation. And in fact, they're very concerned about having high quality data because they are specifically looking for therapeutic targets. So just because they generate the data through us doesn't mean that they have to reveal the important metadata that says, you know, these are the controls, these are the treatment groups, and so on.
When will you launch?
Well, we are basically ready to go. We just need funding to scale up, and sometime within the next 6 months, we should be ready to start accepting samples.
Can you just accept fewer samples with less funding now?
Well, we could probably be ready to go within a few months. We just got space, and we're still in the process of determining the funding models that we're going after.
Imogen, you're up.
Hi there, how's everybody doing? You holding up? So I'm Jeff Flair, I'm with Beamogen Biotechnologies. I'm going to just real quickly, which way to go? To the right? So classic forward-looking statement. So who are we and what do we do? We're a genome editing company, a gene editing company. Today that market is estimated to be at $3.9 billion. There's a couple of major players out there called Horizon Discovery and Transposogen. We have a book of services and products that are very similar to those. That's not the primary purpose of our organization, though. What we do is we have 4 key developments that are currently underway that we think are going to be game changers in this industry. Later on in the presentation, I'm going to talk about 2 of them because that's all the time we have. So we just recently completed our Series A financing. We're about 97% filled as of this afternoon. We got another investor. And we will be, if 2 of the 4 developments that we have underway really pan out, we will be going to a Series B in the first quarter of 2017. We've been market facing since about February. We've booked $150,000 of business. We have customers like Gilead Sciences, Harvard Medical, Biogen IDEC. So we're on our way. So we break our business into 3 buckets. We currently do offer these products and services. It is just gene editing services that go. We're currently actively delivering on those. Then we also have collaborative researches where we take our proprietary technology and we work with our customers to kind of embed them into their particular products. We have a relationship with Biotechne that we're doing that today. On the third kind of bucket of our business is where we're really doing innovations and development, of which I'd like to tell you about 2 of them today. So in the gene delivery, especially if you look at the CAR T-cell world that has taken off just like rocket fires in the last kind of 6 to 10 months, they use lentiviral vectors to do their gene modification. And currently there's some big challenges around that. They're expensive to make. The supply of those lentiviral vectors is inconsistent, so therefore clinical trials have stopped. We believe we have some methods that are going to allow us to do non-viral gene delivery in efficiency rates that are equal to or better than the lentiviral vectors. It'll be much reduced cost for them to manufacture, and eventually product consistency will be significantly improved. So this is one of our big developments. We've got proof points that the track we're on is working, and we hope to deliver this kind of to the marketplace in the latter part of 2016. The other area that we're working very hard on is we've got a exclusive license with Mayo in mitochondria DNA editing. So we will be the first company to go out and do mitochondria DNA editing into the commercial marketplace. There's proven work that it works in fish, we have now doing work to kind of make this mechanism work in humans. So we think there's a multitude of applications there, from diseases and therapeutic applications to also reference standards that we can put into labs that do mitochondria analytics. So this is our team. It's based out of the University of Minnesota. Some of the founders of the team that are scientists that are well known in this particular space. So again, I'm Jeff Leiter. I'd be happy to talk to anybody in regards to what we're doing after this day is over. Questions?
Yeah, so sorry if I missed it, but are you selling like gene editing as a service?
Yes. So it's both products and services. So we can sell kits and the reagents, but then we also will take people's cell lines and gene modify them. And do knock-ins or knockouts.
Okay. And how do those two business models play together?
So the products, reagents, we're going to sell over the web, as you might guess, and try and minimize our amount of effort there. On the services, it's a direct enterprise sell where we're talking to those customers, and average range of those are $10,000 to $20,000 depending on the complexity.
I'm curious what your plan is on taking on Zyapharm that uses Sleeping Beauty transposons for CAR T-cell therapy and has, of course, a $27 billion company that's in back of it.
Yeah, great question. And we basically have two very underdeveloped transposons that have not been commercialized or exploited in the marketplace anywhere today. We've got freedom to operate. We're working on that. We've got filing our patents on them in about a week and a half. So that's how we plan on doing it. Great. Thank you.
Twigs, are you ready? All right.
Hi, I'm Murtaza Alaktawala, co-founder of Beltwigs. We are the next generation of conception. The reality is, today families are waiting until later to start having kids. As a result, 1 in 5 women have trouble right now getting pregnant. Solutions exist, but are extremely limited. You have pregnancy tests, ovulation tests, disposable tests, reusable tests, finding microscopes, and there are websites that help you interpret those tests. And then you have to manually enter all this data into peer trackers. Clearly, it's overwhelming. It's a huge part of your life. Even after spending hundreds of dollars on trying such products, the result is a feeling of frustration and lost time. Annually, just in the United States, families are spending over $5 billion on fertility products and services. And that's where we come in. Welltwigs is a mobile platform that uses a combination of hardware sensors and app-based algorithms to help women take control of their health, starting with helping them conceive. We are a Bluetooth-enabled modular medical device that fits in the palm of your hand and can measure 2 key fertility parameters. The first sensor, LabTwig, measures fertility hormones from urine and predicts ovulation. By the way, it can also confirm pregnancy. The second sensor, ThermoTwig, measures basal body temperature from under the tongue to confirm ovulation. The data from the sensors are transferred to the app using a Bluetooth connection. Then the sensor data is analyzed by cloud-based algorithms which predict the best time to conceive. By the way, these algorithms were developed under the guide of reproductive health at Mayo Clinic.